Hi everyone, I'm Iain Moss, I'm the editor of JesusWired. I'm here with Jay Vessel. Say hello to everyone, Jay Vessel.
What's going on, guys? All right?
Awesome. Now, 10 days ago you released your debut album, Reflections. So what's it feel like to have your debut album out there in the world?
It's an amazing feeling, man. Just all the work that's gone into it, for it to just be out now, just relieved. I'm just happy. And I just hope that someone out there, listens to it and is inspired by it, and encouraged by that, man. That's all.
Awesome. Now we'll get on to talk about Reflections a bit more in a moment, but let's just take a moment to get to know you, the man behind Jay Vessel. So can you just kind of tell us about how you kind of came to faith and your personal testimony?
Yeah. So my testimony is still being written. My story is still being written. But I've grown up in a Christian household where I've always been around, Christian community, and everyone in my family has always been, a Christian. So growing up, I was listening to gospel music and just finding my way, in the faith for myself. I'm still 19, so I'm still finding my way, and that's what you kind of hear on the album, just trying to navigate through all of the things that I've been taught, and yeah, man, just maturing in my faith.
Awesome. Now, how did you kind of first get into music, and when did you first know God wanted you to be an artist?
Good question. I feel like I just stumbled into music, like I just started making beats on my dad's computer, garage band, and because my dad's a DJ, there's always opportunities for me to do like open mics and stuff, so he just put me forward and stuff like that, and that's just how it happened. It just kept happening, and now I'm still doing it.
Well, as you just mentioned, your dad's a DJ. He's DJ Collective. So, what's the kind of most important lesson you've learned from him as he's gone about his craft?
Keep your head down, keep working, and keep it moving. He's someone that always strives for perfection, and that's something that I've developed as well in my music, trying to make it the best that it can possibly be, because the music will outlive us, and there's no better way to tell a story of someone than to put their CD in or put what they created up online or something and really dig in. So it's something that you have to be proud of, your own work, and be able to be comfortable to play it to whoever listens. If it's not, don't put it out.
Fair enough. Now, you obviously go by the name Jay Vessel, so can you just kind of share about what the story behind that name is?
Yeah, man. So the J is really deep. The J is my first name, Jordan. And the vessel is just what I feel like God was calling me to be, just a mouthpiece, someone that he can use to speak to people, in the community, and just use my voice for good and my platform for good.
Cool. Now, if there was just one message you'd want listeners to take away from music, what would that message be?
Hope. Because life isn't always easy, and you never really know like what's around the corner. But on the album, I talk about my struggles, and I talk about confusion and not really knowing the answer to certain things. But at the end of it, I hope that the listener takes hope, knowing that I still trust God, or I still believe that God will take me through whatever I'm going through at that time.
Cool. Now, you've been nominated for a variety of awards over the last kind of few years, and including becoming the youngest artist to ever be nominated for a Mobile Award. I mean, obviously, you're not in this for all the kind of accolades and prizes and awards and what have you. But what kind of encouragement do you take out of those achievements? Really, what do they mean to you?
It's funny because when those things happen, it just reminds me that I'm a musician, and like there's an industry, and if I'm like at the mobiles, I just kept looking at my dad like, what are we doing here? Like, because I'm looking around and seeing all of these actual musicians, like I watch on YouTube, I listen to their music, and I'm there, and I'm like, well, I'm here as a musician, as an artist. So it just reminds me that there's an industry and that there's people watching, even when you think that they're not. So just keep going hard and keep making sure that your craft's on point.
Cool. Now, kind of following on from that, you've been labelled as the future of UK urban music by music fans, and I include myself in that as well. But also by one of your musical heroes, Governor B. What did that kind of mean coming from him, and does that label put any pressure on you, and how do you deal with it?
Yeah, Governor B is like my all-time favorite rapper of all time, literally. Because I've never seen anything like him, you know, like just an English guy who loves grime but loves Jesus at the same time, and he fuses it together in a sick way. So for him to say that and to really support me was big for me, and it still is big, you know. Like people like Governor B, Jake Isaac, and Vic Tizzle, and Dwayne Triumph, and all of these people, like I grew up listening to them because my dad's a Christian DJ. So even a little like on my Instagram post and stuff, like it's a big deal for me, you know, like even still to this day. So yeah, man. And I don't know, like I don't really get myself caught up in all of that, like the future and all of that. Like it's great to have the support, but all I can do is just keep my head down and just keep working, man, and make sure that my walk is on point as well, and not mess everything up.
Cool. Now, when it comes to kind of writing your music, do you have any musical influences that you draw inspiration from?
Yeah, a lot of old school gospel music, like Fred Hammond, Kurt Franklin, the songwriting. Like when I listen to Fred Hammond's Free to Worship, I just think gospel music is just the greatest genre of all time. Like the chords, the melodies, let alone the hope in the songwriting itself is just amazing. And then obviously I'm a big fan of Lecrae and, you know, Kendrick, Kanye, and all of that. Like anything good really inspires me, to be honest.
Kind of last question before we get on to talk about reflections and get into your album. What can people expect if they come to a J Vessel live show?
They can expect a lot of crowd participation. I'm gonna tell you to jump. I'm gonna tell you to clap your hands. I'm gonna tell you to repeat after me. That's the type of way that we do our shows. So yeah, if you're not ready to dance or move, like, then no for you.
Don't worry. If you're not in the mood to dance, J Vessel will get you in the mood to dance. Trust me. Now, let's get on to talk about reflections and your debut album and what have you. Now, let's start out with the easiest question of all the questions.
Yeah.
What's your favourite track on the album?
Yeah, you said the easiest, but that's the hardest for me, man. All of them mean something special to me. But I think Money Rules the World, to start the album off with, that was I couldn't have started off the album with a better song for me, or more important song to me, because it shows a different side of me. Like if you thought something else, then you know I'm really being honest on that tune. And it's very current, even still to this day, what I'm talking about on that song for me, because I'm 19 and most of my friends have gone to university and they're on the sure path, you know, like even if they don't like what they're going to end up doing as a profession, they're on a sure path of money and income and stuff like that. And me, sometimes I'm like, you know, like what am I really going to do? Do you know what I mean? And it's like, if money rules the world, then nobody told God that, because as long as he's got a plan for me, I'm just going to do it and just trust him. So yeah, money rules the world right now.
Absolutely. Now, it's called Reflections. Can you kind of share the meaning behind that album title and where Reflections came from?
Yeah, I think the last few years have just been a reflective process for me. My teenage years, just weighing everything up, you know, weighing up my walk with God, and also what I've been taught from school and mainstream media and the things that I'm supposed to be, and just weighing it up with the Bible and what I believe in, and seeing who comes out on top, and seeing, you know, what really is real and what really is truth. So it's just a whole bunch of reflections on the album. Like I might sound confused on a few songs. I might sound like I don't have the answers, because in reality I don't have a lot of the answers right now. It's just me navigating through life and choosing to trust God no matter what.
Amen to that. So let's start talking about the songs on the album. There's a song on there called Sunrise. Can you kind of share about the message behind that song?
Yeah, definitely. Sunrise, spelt sunrise, funnily, like son, child, son.
Yeah, we get it. We get it.
yeah. Yeah, man, that's probably the oldest tune on the album. I wrote that a long time ago. But it's just based on the scripture and saying joy comes in the morning, and saying that my joy is the Son of God, Jesus. And no matter what happens, in the world or in my life, it's just knowing that the sun will rise and joy will come in the morning, and mostly in the form of the Son of God, Jesus. So, yeah, hopeful.
Cool. Now, the album's lead single was "Take to the World," featuring another London-based rapper, Joan Triumph. What was it like working with him on that banging song? And yeah, what's the story behind that song, really?
Yeah, Dwayne Triumph he's a legend. What can I say? A big fan of his. So to have him on the tune was incredible. Like when I first got his verse back, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to rewrite my verse. I think I actually did rewrite my verse because yeah, he was trying to spin me on my own tune. But that tune is that's my heart. I just want to take this message of hope and peace to the world. Started with my community. It might not always be in the form of music or raps, but just practically showing love and giving hope to my community and to my world. That's the message.
Awesome. Now, as you just kind of mentioned your community, there's a song on record called "For My City," which is kind of written as a kind of ode to your hometown of London.
Yeah.
What's the main message behind that track, and what was the creative spark behind writing that?
So I'm from London, and I'm very immersed in what's the word? Indulged, maybe in urban culture.
We know what you're going for. We know.
All right, yeah. In urban culture and
immersed.
There we go. In the culture, and I see a lot of things and I hear a lot of things, and I'm very passionate about my hometown and about music as well. So I thought I'd just write a song about my city and film the video in Mill Hill, because a lot of people screaming where they're from, and I never really hear anyone from like Mill Hill, and this is where I'm from. I walked through those streets that we done the video on every day to school, so thought we do it there. So yeah, man, it's just a message to say, listen, I'm down for my city. I'm not trying to run away and forget about my city. I'm trying to really do this for you guys. This is why I'm doing it. So
awesome. Now, there's a lyric in that song where it says, "Where it rains in abundance," with reference to London.
yeah.
Now, I noticed in the music video it wasn't raining. So why didn't you wait until it rained?
Yeah, my dad wanted it to rain. It was raining, but not when we were shooting. It was a cloudy day. But I mean, that's London for you, innit? It can switch up anytime.
It's a beautiful sunny day. Just to rub it in today.
Proper sunny as well. It's on my face.
Now, going back to Governor B and what have you, there's a track on the album called "All Night Long."
Yeah.
And you collab with Governor B on that track and did a music video with him as well. What was it like working with Governor B so personally on a track?
Dream come true, man. He's someone that I respect highly musically and just on a personal level as well. So to have him on the tune as well as Vic Tizzle on the beat as well, was incredible, man. Just to work with them, yeah, it was sick. Like with the Triumph vocals, when I done the tune and then Gov put his verse on and I heard it and it said "Hello, mate," I was like, oh mate, this is sick. Like from then I was, oh yeah, I was going crazy. But yeah, big honor.
Awesome. Now, with Governor B and Vic Tizzle and what have you, are there kind of any other UK based artists that you would kind of love to work with?
Yeah, I'm all for collaboration. But I can't say like there's a standout person like even in the whole world like that I would really want to work with. I think it's all about compatibility. So there's a lot of great artists that I'd love to sit with and see, you know, what we could create together, how that would sound and stuff. Would be an interesting process. But there's no one really that I can say off the top of my tongue. But a lot of sick artists out there, man.
Fair enough. Now, kind of speaking of music videos, you're currently kind of shooting and editing your music video for Dance Like You.
You went in, man. You went in. You know you went in. Yeah, you know you went in as well. You're gonna get a large segment of that video.
That's a little bit embarrassing. I look forward to seeing it. How's that process going, really? And have you had any really crazy videos other than mine that you've got in?
Yeah, we've had a few crazy videos in. But the crazier the better. So yeah, we just asked people to send in them dancing to the song of Dance Like You from the album, and it was a bigger response than I thought. You know, I thought people would just see it and cool, someone's gonna do it, I won't do it. But we've had quite a few, so I'm looking forward to seeing the edit. Man.
Also, do you kind of have a rough timescale on when people can expect to see that?
Well, not long. It won't be long. Yeah, I'll say it. I don't want to say it, and then it doesn't happen.
Fair enough. You don't have to say. You don't have to say it. You don't have to say it.
Soon, but soon.
It was worth a shot. Now, one of my personal favourites on the album is a track called "What You're Saying." I just love the grooviness of it and what have you. Can you share about what the process behind writing that song was like?
Yeah, man. I heard that beat on SoundCloud actually. For anyone wanted to know that, Drew Allen. Yeah, so I heard that beat. I was like, just vibes into it, and that's kind of what came out. At the time, I was really watching, you know, when Kanye brought out all the grime scene at the Brits and all of that stuff, and I was just thinking like, there's a lot of people that have a very great platform, but I don't feel like they're saying much, and I'm not really bashing anyone. Everyone's doing their own thing and stuff, but that's what the song was saying. I'm like, what are you actually like doing, you know? So it might sound a bit, you know, angry or rude in some places, but I'm just speaking my mind and just kind of just challenging the rap community or anyone with a platform, you know, just to say something, you know, like you've got a platform, it's an opportunity. I see it as an opportunity to encourage someone or uplift someone. So, yeah.
Cool. I wouldn't say it's rude. I'd say it's just really honest.
Yeah. We'll go for it.
Now, I first came across your music in 2012 when you dropped your "I'm a Vessel" track.
Right.
How would you say you've grown as an artist since then to now, and what would you say the major differences are?
I mean, I think everything is growth and everything is a difference because literally that was the first song I recorded, apart from a few freestyles and features. So I remember in the studio, they was literally telling me how to record it. You know, say it like this, or smile when you say it, or and we was even in the studio thinking how we're gonna do the chorus. There was a lot of ifs and buts, but I think I've grown on the songwriting. I can do different things now. I think back then that's all I could do. I'm a vessel, just the rap type things, but I feel like I can write deeper things now and maybe depict my emotions in a more concise way as well. So yeah, man. But I still perform that tune all the time. So
Awesome. Now, kind of talking about the last track I want to talk about on this album, which was in 2014, you dropped your Amazing Love track and music video and what have you. And it was the first song that I've really started to sit up and take notice of this this dude called Jay Vessel. Could you kind of share about how that track has it's kind of been your WB's Kingdom Skank, as it were, kind of thing. I'm still rocking out to it today on a regular basis. So
yeah, man. I don't know, like I don't know. I think that's I don't know. Like I think you just work on whatever you're working on, and you put it out, and you never know what's gonna happen. You know, so people really took to that song. I think the decent video helped. You know, like P Designs and Derek Yeboah really went in on the video, and Jay Kaiser on the production. At that process, I was really still developing. I'm still developing, but I was really still finding my feet. So we just sitting in the studio thinking, all right, cool, so what are we gonna make today? And Jake was playing all of these Miami 2IB for a Tiny Temper, like Swedish House Mafia vibes, and it's like, you should try a thing like this, and that's kind of how it happened, man. And funny thing is, I was even gonna release that tune. We was just sitting on that tune for a long time. If it wasn't for Jake, that tune probably wouldn't have come out, because I remember he called me when we was about to do a show somewhere. He called me and he's like, "Yo, man, what are you doing with Amazing Love?" I was like, no. And he was like, "Nah, man, you got something there with that tune." And so we just ran with it. He said, "All right, cool, mix it, send it through." And when we heard it, he was like, "Cool." So yeah, man, just grateful, man. I hope like someone's actually been encouraged by that tune as well and got the message of it and taken it to heart.
Also, we say how that too, and thank you, Jake, for making that track come to light, see the light of day. Now, kind of last couple of questions before we get on to some silly questions to finish up on. Reflections has been out for 10 days now, as we've already mentioned. Yeah. What's the response been to it like, and have you had any really encouraging stories from it?
Yeah, the response has been a bit crazy. I didn't think that many people would buy it as have. Which is very cool, man. It just reminded me that these things, like, they'll affect more people than you know, and it's not just for you, you know. Like, people say, "Oh, you know, it's a big moment for you, get your album out," but I feel like the album's no longer mine, you know. I feel like it's whoever's got the album on their phone, it's like their album, and they can listen to it and gain inspiration from it, man. And some of the tunes on there, I've definitely heard some amazing stories about how God has used the tunes to really help people in a way that I didn't think it could, you know. So I'm grateful. Cool. And thanks to everyone who's got it, and thanks to your support as well, mate. Like,
you're welcome. Just to give you an encouragement from myself and what have you. The tune "Dance Like You" has made me dance like crazy and go and what have you. So it's done something. Now, obviously, most of kind of your kind of scene and music-wise is kind of based over in America and what have you, kind of the hub of Christian hip-hop, as it were, and Christian rap. Yeah. What's the biggest challenge being a UK-based artist in this genre? So it's a nice, easy question.
I don't know, man. Some people say, or some people think it's the accent which is a barrier. But I don't know how much it's a barrier. Or they can't understand the UK. But I don't know if that's it. I just think my dad and my parents have always told me, just make the best music that you can make, innit? Like, and if it reaches wherever it reaches there. But if it doesn't, then it wasn't meant for there, you know. Like, but I think the UK scene, what the American scene did to really grow the genre of Christian hip hop was they focused on Christian hip hop, and they focused on Christian hip hop fans and just giving them what they wanted year after year, loads of great music, loads of great live shows. And I think in the UK we're getting there where we're just pumping out albums and projects and songs and motives for the UK Christian gospel fans to be a part of, you know, and make it feel like it's theirs as well. So yeah, man, just rep your town, innit? Like, I think that's what the Americans done. And I think that's what people gravitate to as well, you know. They hear someone and they know they're from this place. It's like, oh, all right, cool. So what's the story behind that? So yeah, man, just stay true.
Absolutely. You've recently signed to a record label called Light. Can you kind of tell us about how that came about and what have you?
Yeah. So LZ7 and Linz and the Light team kind of reached out to us after hearing a few of the songs, and it was like, yo, man, I'm loving what you're doing, man. And obviously, I was like, yo, LZ7, this is a bit crazy. So to partner up with them, and they've been really helpful, man, just giving their know-how and their knowledge, and also connecting us with some great musicians and people behind the scenes that make the album sound amazing. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing what the future holds with us and them, and seeing if we can do some touring and things like that. So yeah, we're gonna to work with them.
Cool. Yeah, we'd absolutely love to hear a collaboration between LZ7 and J. So it'd be off the charts. Now, for a quick few silly questions to finish up on,
Yeah.
what's your favourite naughty food treat? What's the food you go to when no one's looking?
Oh, I'm a terrible eater, by the way. Like, I just eat fast food and snack, like sweet food all the time. So I don't know if I could pinpoint something that I always I say biscuits. I could yam biscuits like the whole day, like different types, different varieties. I'll just eat them all. So if you invite me to your house and you have biscuits, I'll probably be in the biscuits and eating the biscuits.
Awesome. Now, in fact, let's just ask this: what's your favourite kind of biscuit? Let's go this way.
Okay, custard cream.
Nice.
Custard cream. Yeah, or the nice biscuits. You know, the nice ones that say nice on it.
Yeah, not the unnice ones.
Yeah, yeah, the nice ones.
What song or album by another artist are you currently obsessed with, and you're not allowed to answer the governor B?
I was gonna say Secret World, but anyway, John Bellion, The Human Condition, I think it's called. He was featured on Andy Mineo's last album, a rat race song, and I heard there's a lot of buzz on Twitter and stuff about this album. Oh, this song's amazing, stuff like that. So checked it out, and I was pretty impressed. Sick album.
Cool. Well, I'm definitely going to check it out now.
Yeah.
What's the most embarrassing album that you own or you like?
I mean, it's cool to be a Justin Bieber fan now, but back in the day when his first albums were coming out, it wasn't cool for a boy to be a fan of Justin Bieber. Like, but I was a believer, man. I was repping Justin. Like, I'd watch all his documentaries, all his interviews, and I've got all his albums. So maybe that's the most embarrassing, but it's not embarrassing anymore because he's cool now, isn't it?
Yeah. He's kind of changed it around a bit, but
Yeah.
I lost a bit of respect for you there.
Sorry, man. I helped it.
No, I respect you for owning up to it. I'm a massive fan of his now. Is there a certain Bible verse that's kind of impacting your life hard at the moment?
Yeah. So as I'm 19, I could still go to university, or I could go on tour, or I could, there's loads of different options right now. And for a minute, I was kind of a bit confused, like lacking a bit of clarity on, what to do, where God wants to take me, and, the next steps. And Proverbs 3, verse 5-6 has really been an encouragement, which says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him and he will direct your path, man. And like, sometimes when there's a lack of clarity in your life or a lack of direction, it's because we're not submitting our plans to God, and that's why it looks like we're on some squiggly path, and it's like, how are we going to get to the destiny that God wants for us? So yeah, man, that's the scripture that's really encouraged me.
Cool. Now, last silly question, and this one will stump you a little bit. It's an impossible question to answer.
Oh,
What would happen if Pinocchio was to say, "My nose will grow right now"?
What would happen if Pinocchio was to say, my nose would grow right now?
Yeah.
Is there a right answer to this?
Just what do you think? What do you think? Look at him, cold to worry.
It would grow.
But would it?
Yeah, it would. It would grow.
His nose only grows when he lies. So if it grew, he'll be telling the truth.
Oh, I see that. I see that. Okay, okay. So yeah, it wouldn't grow then, would it? My nose is,
If it didn't grow, he'll be lying, so it would grow.
oh, you see? So I was right, kind of, then, isn't it?
No. It's just an impossible question to answer.
I'm going to use that one in the future. Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Once you've heard it, you can't stop using it. Before we wrap this interview up in a few seconds, is there anything else you'd like to say to all the people out there?
Yeah, I'd like to thank everyone who's supporting the mission, the ministry, the movement. That's all the fans, all the supporters, and all the bloggers as well. JesusWired stands out. Yeah, man.
Thank you for saying that.
Everyone that's just, you know, because it's more than an artist, or it's more than just Jay Vessel or whoever it is at the time. We're trying to push a message of hope and of Christ, man. So yeah, man, just grateful for everyone that's supporting and buying the music. Yeah, man, appreciate it.
Awesome. Is there anything that we can pray for specifically over the coming weeks and months?
Yeah, you could pray for peace about the future for me. You could pray for the album to really inspire people and really encourage and uplift everyone who listens to it. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, what? Last question. Absolute last question. Where can people get plugged into your social medias and what have you?
J Vessel on Instagram. J, letter J, and then Vessel, like blood vessel. And then the real J Vessel on Twitter, because there's a fake J Vessel who has my Twitter at and hasn't tweeted since 2010. So I'm the real one. So I'm on Twitter.
It's good to know that you're not the fake one. Otherwise, this interview would be just a complete waste.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm the real one. On Facebook, I'm J Vessel as well. There's another fake J Vessel on Facebook who has a dash in between the J and the Vessel. I'm the one without the dash. So, and he's got more likes than me, which is the worst thing. So yeah.
Well, we'll have to have a word with them and get them to transfer their likes to you. to the real J Vessel. Well, thank you to the real J Vessel for taking time to chat to us today. It's been an absolute pleasure, Jay.
Thanks for having me on the Google Hangout, man. It's been a pleasure.
Awesome. Reflections, J Vessel is available on iTunes, all your Google Music,
yeah,
Google Play, Amazon Music, and what have you. Go and get it. It's awesome. Go and support UK talent and get plugged into JesusWired, because our review will be coming soon. God bless, and thank you so much, Jay.
Nice one, mate.
Take care.